always here to bring you the beauty of the world. Today I'm coming to you from beautiful Sedona, Arizona. We're at the Enchantment Resort, which is a wonderful place. If you've never been there, you might want to check it out. Anyway, today's topic is about seeing clearly in life. You cannot see through storms, right? I mean, a storm is a bunch of stuff blowing in the air. You can't see through it. It's just a bunch of swirling mass of distraction. And it's noisy. And that's what life is like for most people. It's just a big swirling mass of distractions and annoyances. And it's really hard to focus. It's really hard to see through any of that. So that's why a lot of people don't get very far in life, because they're constantly caught in this storm. Life is a storm to them. And really, the best way to get somewhere is to have a focus, to see where you're going, and to have a destination in life and to work towards that. And it's really hard to get a destination, to get a goal, to get somewhere where you can get towards in life if you can't see your future. And in order to better see that future, you need to be able to see clearly, which means you need to get rid of that storm. And in order to get rid of that swirling storm in your life, you got to find peace, because a storm is the opposite of peace. So really, the answer is to find peace in your life. Simplify your life. Start by simplifying your life. Start by getting rid of the distractions and the things that are weighting you down, that are driving you crazy. It could be your job is just too complicated. It's just too much. It's driving you nuts. It could be your relationships. You've got too many people you're dealing with in your life. Maybe your house is too cluttered. Maybe you've got too many material possessions that are constantly requiring maintenance. You know, you have a really expensive house or car, or complicated things that are always breaking down, the plumbing, the electrical, whatever it is. Maybe you have too much laundry. Maybe you have too much, your day is just full of decisions that are driving you crazy. It's this swirl of stuff. It's a storm. Well, in order to be able to see clearer in life, you need to simplify. Start getting rid of things. I always said get rid of 20% of everything you own at given intervals throughout your life. That should be a constant thing. Constantly get rid of at least 20% of what you own. Get rid of as much of you possibly can at all times. Only keep what you really need, that's special to you, that you need to survive. And you really don't need a lot to survive. If you know how to live off the land, it really doesn't require a lot. That's why I wrote the book Free Food and Medicine, the Edible Plant Guide. Anyway, but as far as relationships, you shouldn't be needing other people to feel whole. You shouldn't need a lot of material things to feel complete. And as you know, the more material things you require, you don't really feel more whole anyway. That's just a thing they want you to believe. It's consumerism and stuff like that. Getting rid of things, simplifying your life, simplifying what you do for a living, simplifying everything in your life, where you can just sit there and feel peace throughout the day. That's the only way you can really see further in life and see the road. So you got to get rid of that storm. The opposite of storm is peace. And it's really up to you, because there's constantly moving stuff in the world. There's constantly swirling. You could get obsessed with all the bad things happening in the world. You could get obsessed with all the good things happening in the world. You could get obsessed with anything, with what to eat, who to be with, what to acquire, bills to pay. If you have a lot of bills to pay, get rid of things that require payment. Really, simplify your life. I only buy things that I can afford to buy cash. So once I have them, I own them. I don't make payments on them. That's how you get into trouble. Stop getting things that require payments, if possible. Simplify, simplify. So in your life, you have peace. So your day doesn't require you running around and doing a million things. Do whatever it takes to find peace in your life. Your true friends will stick around. I mean, sometimes it requires getting rid of all your communication with others and just going within. And, some people might feel like hurt by that. Like, why are you not talking to me? Why are you not responding to me? True friends will understand. A true friend you could not talk to for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And then you just call them up and say hello, and it's just like you talked yesterday. True friends will always be patient, and they don't require you to make them feel whole, and you don't need them to feel whole. It's just nice to know you have friends, but if you don't have any, that's okay too. Be your own friend. Start with that. All you need is yourself. Start with yourself, because if you're not happy with yourself, then nobody else is going to be happy with you either. And your relationships are going to be messed up no matter what. So it all comes down to you and your inner peace. That's really what it starts with. The only way to clear the storm in your life is for you to find peace inside yourself, whatever that takes, inside yourself. It's easier to see that and feel that if you get rid of the distractions outside of yourself. All the things that are requiring your attention every day. Now, I know a lot of you have kids, a lot of you have, there's things you do, but there are ways to simplify the process. The healthier the kids are, the less they need to go to the doctor. So start living healthy lives. Stop giving them junk food. You know all the things to do. Stop with the wheat and the sugar and the dairy and the processed foods. Junk foods are easy. Here, have this. It'll make you feel good for the next 10 minutes. It makes you shut up for the next half hour. Stop with the social media. Stop with all the things that are like instant gratification, because the long-term investments are the ones that pay off. So, the only way to really see where you're headed in life is to get rid of that storm. And the only way to get rid of that storm is to find peace and calmness in your life. I know it sounds easy, but that's what it takes. Nothing is more important than peace. And then love and contentment and appreciation, everything comes after that. But first, you need to find peace. You need to calm down. You need to do whatever it takes to calm down, even if you just shut the world off for a while. I lost everything many times over. Sometimes I needed that. I needed to just give everything away. I knew I was going to lose everything, and I let it happen. I just needed to start from nothing. And then whatever I let back into my life from that moment on was stuff that was basic, simple, good, that I knew was real. It wasn't just superficial. It wasn't an instant gratification. It was real. The friends, things that I did. I only did things in my living work-wise that made me happy, that I felt was fulfilling. I know it's hard to believe that you can get that when you're desperate for money, but really, when you start saying no, it's amazing how much life respects you back. It's a test. It's all a test. When you say no to the temptations, the quick money, the big money, when you say no to that, it's amazing how you might think there's nothing after that. You're going to go broke. You're going to lose it all. And maybe you will, but there's usually a reward for that. There's a reward for learning to say no to all that stuff out there. There's nothing wrong with having stuff. There's nothing wrong with having things. Appreciate it. Realize that it's just coming in and out of your life. You don't own anything. Everything's on loan to you. Even if you have a nice, fancy lifestyle, it's on loan to you. You don't own it. Just appreciate it in the moment and be ready to give it away and pass it on and keep the energy moving. Everything that's come into my life, I've experienced it for a little bit, and then I just kept it moving. And the things that are meant to be will stay. They will stick around for as long as is right. So don't worry about that stuff. That's another thing, is worry. That's another stormy, cluttery thing. Stop worrying. Stop obsessing. Stop with the what ifs. I hope this helped. Simplify in order to clarify. That's pretty good. It's catchy. Anyway, so I hope this helped. Coming to you from beautiful Sedona Enchantment Resort. Check it out. And I will see you in the next video.